This is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of beautiful sunny beaches, attractions, and more than 2,000 restaurants. With amazing culinary options, the beach has become a true foodie destination. I'm Mason Zeglin, and I'm passionate about great food, southern hospitality, and healthy competition. And I'm here to set up a chef swap challenge. Each week, we're gonna take 2 chefs and swap them into each other's kitchens. Our chefs will have no idea where they're going or what they'll cook. They can grab one ingredient from their own kitchen, but they only get 60 minutes to cook up a masterpiece. Myrtle Beach culinary experts Dylan Foster and Johanna Wilson-Jones will help me determine who takes home the chef swap knife. It's time for chef swap. This is Chef Swap at the beach. Myrtle Beach is famous for its amazing golf courses. And today we're visiting 2, swapping Chef Martin from Pine Lakes Country Club with Chef Kenny from Wild Wing.
Born and raised right here in Myrtle Beach, hometown hero. Me, my brother, my sister, were raised very close, very tight-knit. My mother, very strong, proud lady. She is a huge inspiration in my life, and she always taught us just lead with kindness and stuff because you get what you put out into this world. I'm a jolly giant. That's what they kind of describe me as, and I was an active youth, and I had a lot of energy and played Ironman football, so much so that it led to scouts coming out to look at me, and I had an unfortunate injury that put a 6-inch shatter in my femur, and that was pretty much the end of my football career right there. But while I was recouping, I just picked up the fork and knife, and I've never looked back ever since. Enrolled myself into Horry Georgetown Tech, so I worked my way all the way up from a fry cook, and the rest is history. So I'm a big family man, spending time with them and my lovely wife, and we've been married 12 years. And I dedicate everything I do when I wake up in the morning to her and my children, Kenya and Kenesha. And they're the reason why I get up and do this every day, to provide for them and show them never let anyone set your limits, never think anything's impossible. When you put your hand to the plow, don't look back.
I'm from right down the road from here in Conway, South Carolina. Grew up great parents. Both of them loved to cook. I love them. I'd already been to college and had a degree in music. I started working with my cousin. He owned a restaurant and just fell in love with it and stuck with it. I ended up going to school, Horry Georgetown Tech. Since then, been in the restaurants. Yeah, this place is full of tradition, and I just love it. I've been married for over 20 years, and I got a daughter. She's about to be married. I hope she would just remember me as a loving person and somebody that would always stand there for her, be there with her. We try to get together once a week, have lunch over at my mom's house, usually on Sunday. Cooking, playing music, hanging out with my family. That's what I love.
I'd love to get 18 holes in today, but I've got to get inside these beautiful clubs and surprise Chef Martin and Chef Kenny with a rather fancy chef swap.
Hey, how you doing?
Chef Kenny.
Mason.
Do you know why I'm here?
I think so.
Are you ready for chef swap?
Yes, sir, I am.
In this envelope, I have where you're gonna cook, what you're gonna cook, and who you're gonna be swapping with.
Exciting.
Before I give you this envelope, we're gonna let you choose one ingredient to take with you. What's that ingredient gonna be?
I guess porcini powder.
I love that. I used to forage myself.
Well, I say if I have to have anything, I have to have sambal.
Sambal?
Yeah.
You like it spicy.
I like it spicy. A little fermented, a little chili, great taste.
Why don't you open this up?
Wild Wing, Kenny, fine dining.
Pine Lakes Country Club, Chef Martin. 3-course fine dining with a wine pairing.
Do you think you're up for the challenge?
Yes.
There's just one more thing.
What's that?
The chef swap starts right now.
Oh.
Well, looks like I got work to do.
As our chefs step onto the green of their new country club kitchens, they're ready to tee off with their sous chefs for the day.
Let's do this. Straight on. All right. Wow. The inside's very nice.
Wow.
Hey, good morning, Chef.
Morning.
How are you doing today?
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Wild Wing. This is
Yeah,
our
thank you.
kitchen. Why don't I go ahead and give you a tour?
Yeah.
All right, Chef Bobby.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing today? I'm Chef Kenny.
Nice to meet you, man.
All right, nice
You're
to
one
meet
of
you.
the biggest chefs I ever seen. Let me show you around.
We've got 2 dual ovens, gas burners, gas grill.
Prep table,
Prep table.
broiler grill,
Okay.
stove. Got a cooler right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we keep soups and stuff like that in there.
Okay.
We've got sauces, we've got bases, oils, butters, What's this spice that you got right here? I saw that
It's
you...
porcini powder.
Porcini powder? That sounds good.
Here is the dry storage area,
Okay.
right here.
It goes all the way down right here.
Nice.
Just show on the road.
All right, man. Let me know if you need something. I'm here
All
for
right.
you.
All right, thank you, Bobby.
All right, chef, that was about it. You give me a holler if you need anything. I'll be right over here.
All right, thank you.
These chefs are stepping onto a new fairway for the first time. It's a lot to take in, and they've got to find their swing quickly. Kenny, your head's
Listen.
spinning?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Chef Martin, I see you brought your porcini powder. Are you thinking about using it with some red meat?
Exactly.
I know this is a big challenge. We're looking for a fine dining 3-course meal.
Fine dining, that's my forte.
I'm gonna put 60 minutes on the clock and go. I've challenged Chef Kenny from Wild Wing and Chef Martin from Pine Lakes Country Club to make an elegant 3-course meal in just 1 hour. They've teed off and time is flying.
Potatoes.
Yep.
All right, chef, what are we starting with?
First course is going to be salmon carpaccio.
Okay.
And I'll need you, if you want to go ahead and get started on vinaigrette.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
I need you to get some water rolling for my potatoes, and I need you to quarter them. All right, glove up. Are you familiar with cutting ribeye?
I am.
I just need to use the center of it. I'll take care of this. It's a beautiful piece of fish. We're gonna leave this skin on so we can get it nice and crispy.
I'll take the skin off because skin's not edible. What's edible, but not very good.
So right now, I'm trying to blend down this tomato some so it'll be a little smoother. And this is gonna be my sauce for my salmon. See some of these spices back here I need. Some of this allspice, some of this ginger, some of this coconut milk. At Wild Wings, our birdie burger is very excellent. Nice 8-ounce patty. I mean, you barely put your mouth on it. I want that pop when it comes to the table. They be like, oh man, a big mouth burger. Another popular seller of ours is our buffalo chicken wrap, and we make really good wraps here. But one of our most popular dishes is the hole-in-one, marinated grilled chicken with pepper jack cheese with a little bit of guacamole on it and some hickory bacon. We got great food here, and but you can also golf here.
Sauteed mushrooms right now.
Well, chef, I hear you're in a band.
Yeah.
What kind of music do y'all play?
Country, rock and roll.
Rock and roll,
Yeah.
I like that.
You name it.
If I had to guess what instrument, I'd say you are a bassist.
Yep.
How did I know?
How did you know?
That was a lucky guess.
Pine Lakes. I've been here for 14 years and cook everything. One of the things I like to make is our prime rib. The quality of the meat, just cooking it nice and slow. One of the things I like to make is our chicken marsala, and it's very simple. It's chicken with a good marsala wine and heavy cream. I use a lot of simple techniques, a lot of simple ingredients, but it's the preparation of it. Comes out really pops.
Bobby, what I need you to do, nice little cubes.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Kenny,
Mason,
I know you got a lot going on. I see
Yes.
salmon, I see ribeye.
a little 5-spice salmon, and I'm going to mix it with a coconut curry broth and fingerling potatoes and bok choy.
Chef Martin,
Hey, how you doing?
I can see you got some things rolling already.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you got going on today.
Blackened pecans, sauteed mushrooms.
Have you tried this citrus vinaigrette yet?
Well, I think it's pretty good.
I like the orange. I like that the oil doesn't take over it. I like what you got going on so far.
You know, fun fact, I actually really don't cook at the house. My wife actually does all the cooking. She's the really amazing chef. That's what y'all should have had in here. So I got a little coconut milk going into this. It's gonna provide a little creamy texture to it. Needs another depth of flavor, more curry paste. So right now I'm working on my beef tartare. A little fish sauce, some sesame. I'm gonna add some fresh vegetables to it, give it a pop, give it a little crunch, give it a little layer.
I need you to go ahead and start these pears and just trim them out and get them sliced.
What kind of salad are you doing? Is it like a fruit salad?
Standard salad, but with fruit and nuts.
25 minutes have passed, Chef.
Could be better, could be worse. Need to go ahead and get the steaks out.
Bobby, you got yuzu?
Yuzu?
Yeah, it's like lemon's kind of important, but it's fine.
What is it like? Talk to me.
It's like lemon,
Uh-huh.
except it's Japanese. I gotta skip it, gotta skip it.
How are you gonna prepare these potatoes, chef?
These are gonna be roasted. All right, if you can take these and just take the ends off.
Just the ends?
I'm just gonna twirl this up, get it plated, and it's gonna be stacked.
It's the halfway mark, and both chefs seem to have their course 1 and course 2 on par. I'm sending in Dylan and Johanna to get a closer look at their game.
Kenny, I'm here. That means you have 30 minutes left. How do you feel?
A little nervous. That hour was going a lot quicker than I thought.
Now, I noticed you said that you don't have any yuzu. So what are you doing to replace that?
I'm
bitter
probably gonna
sweet-
use a little lemon juice and a little sugar.
A little lemon juice and sugar. How are you going to wow the judges today?
Simple yet elegant food.
Simple and elegant. I
Yeah,
like
make
that.
sure that my presentation's clean and just hopefully it works over well for me.
So I have an ultimate umami experience.
Yes, ultimate umami experience. I like the way you put that.
All right now.
It's a salad course. We'll add these strawberries to this, and then the pecans.
Chef!
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, man? You plating already?
That's fine.
Halftime, you are well ahead of the game. What do we have working here? What is this, goat cheese?
Yes.
Some mushrooms back here? Can I try some of that goat cheese?
Yeah, absolutely.
Chef, I gotta ask you a question.
What's that?
What from your past, what past experiences or inspirations are we gonna see today on this plate?
Everything that I've done up to this point. It's very simple, but delicious.
A good plate is kind of like a good song, right?
Yeah.
When it's hitting on all the notes.
Yeah,
You
you got
feel
that.
like you're hitting on all the notes today?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
All right. Are these potatoes going on the dish?
Those are gonna be roasted potatoes.
You don't have that much time left. You might have to be cutting them a little smaller.
Yeah, those are going to be smaller.
Going real Asian with this, guys. If you haven't caught my theme, Brian Bogdanovich really taught me everything I know about Asian cuisine. It's a little challenging cooking in here, not knowing the sweet spots and not knowing where to put everything at. Don't you do this to me. A little sticking. When you're in your own kitchen, it's just a lot easier because you know that sweet spot. All right, so Bobby, are you familiar with a bias?
No, I'm not.
All right, so we're gonna cut on a bias. All you gonna do?
Okay.
Chef Martin and Chef Kenny are heading down the back nine of this upscale 3-course dining challenge. They're running out of time to select their wines. I'm stepping in to play sommelier and offer up some perfect pairings.
Chef Kenny, I know we're still looking for a wine pairing with this. Do you have any ideas of what you might be looking for? Maybe I could go get it for you.
Some bubbles, some champagne, or something sparkly.
I'll go see what they got and then I'll bring it over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Chef Martin,
Yeah.
I got some wine options for you. Little bubbly, some Chardonnay maybe.
Go with the Cab Sauv.
Yeah, definitely. Whatever we can do to really elevate these plates and make sure everything looks really, really tight on that plate. All right, Chef Kenny, I got some wines for you. I've got a Pinot Noir that might play well with that 5-spice and that salmon course. And then I got some bubbles for you.
Actually, I believe we're going to go with the Prosecco, the Pinot Noir, and the Sauvignon Blanc.
All right, I'll leave those here for you. Is there anything I might be able to taste? You got anything getting close?
You can taste the tartar.
Pockets are full of spoons today.
It's missing the yuzu.
It still has a nice acidic kick to it, though. Do you have any microgreens by any chance that you
Yes,
might
I
be able
do.
to put on there?
Read my mind exactly, Mason.
Great minds think alike.
Yep.
Wow, with 10 minutes left, Chef Martin is making a dramatic change with this first course. It's a risky play this late in the round, but it could give him the winning edge in this tight game.
And we take these 2 slices out of each one, and then put it under the salmon.
Bobby, you make sure you tell your chef I'm sorry for the mess.
It's okay.
Throw in a bay leaf in, just for flavor. Yeah, it's almost there.
Presentation is everything, as you know, guys. Microgreens and caviar are something that you definitely will see in the world of fine dining.
And then put caviar on top.
Time, which I have very little of.
Chef Martin is right, time is almost gone. But I love to see both chefs giving a lot of care to their plating.
About to saute my bok choy, give it a little color. Way too hot. This is going to be part of my salmon dish.
As the clock's running down, Chef Kenny is ready to fire his last dish, while Chef Martin is adding his final touches and ready to sink his last putt.
Sauteed stockies, just to elevate the steak, just for presentation. Plus the juices flow out of it into the potatoes, added flavor.
Chef Kenny, I'm excited to see you starting to plate. Presentation is what makes fine dining. I'm gonna let you to it, and we'll see you at the table.
See you at the table, Mason. I only have to plate these 2 dishes. My other dish is plated behind me ready. Photo finish.
This sauce is just a reduction of beef stock, the red wine, a little bit of thyme. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby, I might need you to help me plate the last. So, let's see if we can get this back together. Just put those little microgreens
On top.
right there on top. Clean the plate up for me.
All right, we're done.
All right, nice.
Chef Martin beats the clock. Chef Kenny is nearly there, but needs to concentrate to get his plating just right.
Gotta get the goodness on here. The goodness is in the sauce. Oh yeah, there we go. Free fall is the key, guys. Negative space, of course. And there we have it. Chef Bobby, thank you. It was a pleasure. Yeah.
Good job, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Time to taste.
Are you two ready for a 3-course fine dining meal?
I certainly am. I'm excited.
Chef Kenny's prepared us a nice steak tartare. Why don't we give it a try?
Let's do it.
The caviar adds that beautiful brininess right to the top.
I love the crunchiness, crispy of the raw onion inside.
There's just a little subtle hint of sesame oil in here that kind of gives that Pan-Asian flair, even in this very classically French dish.
Right.
All right, guys, course number 2. We've got a little sambal chili shrimp.
All right.
I can smell the heat already. I mean, there is some fire coming off these shrimp.
I'm loving the color.
Whoa.
I think the sauce itself really comes together because he mounted it with butter. Very classic French technique. It's also what kind of helps coat your taste bud and cools it down a little bit.
Gentlemen, we have our 3rd and final course, which is this lovely salmon.
Initially, this dish is so aromatic. This is amazing.
He's using different techniques and showcasing a fusion that is his own style.
Yeah, it's a great final fusion between his cultural background here in Horry County and then his mentor's fusion injection. The only thing better than the meal today is Johanna's beautiful hat.
Well, thank you. It's a tribute to my late mom, because she always wore hats, especially to church. So thank you, Mama.
Let's try Chef Martin's first course.
All righty then, let's do it.
I really like the brightness of the champagne vinaigrette. I think it adds a nice acidity to the salmon. I think it could be punchier. I think it could use a little bit more acid. I really like that this is his first course.
Right.
It's a starter, it's really light, and then his flavors will hopefully keep building as the courses come out.
For Chef Martin's second course, he really has presented us with a nice, elegant salad. Lots of fresh flavors, nice textures. That vinaigrette is delicious. Chef Ty did a really, really great job.
And then the sweetness of the strawberries along with the mixed greens makes for a nice second introduction to this 3rd course. He's got my attention.
I feel like this dish has got stronger flavors and a stronger wine, so it all melds together a little bit better.
So, gentlemen, we've reached the 3rd course.
Let's get in.
Yeah, let's get in.
I really like the savoriness of the mushrooms that he used, and that porcini powder, that ingredient that he brought with him really makes those mushrooms even meatier, and it pairs really nicely with the steak.
I feel like Chef Martin delivered on the final dish of this 3-course meal.
It has me keep wanting to go back for more.
Yes,
I mean, it has a simple elegance to it, but this man really knows how to cook a steak.
he does. He does.
The food has been great, but the friends have been even better.
Fine time with fine gentlemen.
Cheers.
Chef Kenny,
Mason.
we don't often see a Pan-Asian fine dining 3-course meal, and I think you just represented this community and everything that you're passionate about so well.
You know, as a chef, you cook for so long and you do these just so many times, but when the pressure's on, it's a little different.
I mean, 60 minutes goes
Yeah,
fast,
goes
that's
fast.
for sure.
Yes, it does. But I had fun and I enjoyed it and it was a nice experience for me.
You had a mentor that kind of taught you
Yes.
fusion cuisine. How do you think that mentor would feel today?
Well, Byron, if you're out there, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope I did you proud.
Chef Kenny, thank you again. We'll see you at the knife ceremony.
All right, thank you, Chef.
Chef Martin, thanks for cooking for us today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel that the challenge went today for you?
It was tough.
Especially with a 3-course meal, it's a lot to do in a very short period of time.
Definitely.
If you have a quiet confidence, I think your food speaks for itself. Thank you again for coming out and cooking for us today.
Absolutely.
We'll see you at the knife ceremony.
All right, sounds good.
Chef Martin and Chef Kenny pulled out all the stops in this 3-course fine dining experience. But only one can take home the chef swap knife.
Chef Kenny, Chef Martin, we gave you a 3-course fine dining challenge today. Thank you so much for representing Myrtle Beach, the golf capital of the world.
Chef Martin, you definitely are not the most talkative chef I've ever been with in the kitchen, but you let your flavors speak for themselves, which I do respect. You brought us that salmon crudo, that great salad, but that steak with the mushrooms and the potatoes and then that beautifully cooked filet was a hole-in-one.
Well, thank you very much. And shout out to Ty.
Chef Kenny, I thoroughly enjoyed your salmon sitting on that wonderful bed of tomato sauce. That was shocking to Mason and Dylan, but I grew up with tomatoes on my fish, and I love that shout out to your Gullah roots and how that represented your roots here in Myrtle Beach as one of his hometown guys.
Well, it was a good experience and kind of nerve-wracking, but I had real good help and Chef Bobby, and I just want to give him a shout out and tell him thank you, and it was fun.
Chef Martin, Chef Kenny, the chef swap knife goes to Chef Kenny.
Both of these chefs should feel very proud of themselves today. But Chef Kenny truly hit a hole-in-one with his creative and thoughtful fusion of flavors, delivering an elegant and perfectly balanced meal. I'm Mason Zeglin. Join me next time as we put 2 more amazing Myrtle Beach chefs to the test on Chef Swap at the Beach. For more on the chefs and restaurants featured on today's episode, visit chefswap.com.